What is up, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to rock with your girl. Listen, I know that you guys have been waiting for this video. And honestly, as I'm sitting here recording it, I haven't decided whether it's going to be just one full-length video or if I'm going to break it up into sections. So we shall see. So the first thing I want to say is this has been a very interesting time in me and my husband's lives. You guys, so many things, right? So many things. So I'm gonna get into it. Back in January, I believe, the Lord said to relocate. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's me. I'm going through, right? Because we've been in this house for about 6 years in October. So, I always tell my husband, like, I want another house, but like, I just want a bigger yard for the kids. Nothing like crazy, just something more. And kind of like where the location is, the backyard is kind of in a weird space, but that's neither here nor there. But that's what I was saying to the Lord, right? Yeah. I didn't think he was going to relocate me out the state, but that's what's happening. I'm sitting on it and I'm like, God, what? We're not supposed to question God, but I was really like, but are you sure? Cause it's like out of nowhere for me. And so at this point, I should pinpoint this. I am in the middle of a fast. I am journaling. So I'm in the middle of a fast and I'm journaling. So like, I'm really like, I'm tuned in, right? And so I sit on it. I don't say nothing right away, right? I'm just sitting there like, God, I don't have a job, right? Like, what are we talking about? So after a week or two, I'm like, I got to tell my husband because this is big, right? So I sit down. I'm like, listen, babe, this is what's been going on. He looked at me. He was like, okay. So at that point, I'm like, okay. So we started looking at places. Now, keep in mind, God didn't even give me a city. He just told me the state. And so I'm like, okay, I guess he's just leaving it open for us. But specifically, 2819, right? There's something there that my husband and I need to experience, we need to witness, we need to be included in. So God is like, skedaddle along and do what you got to do. Keep in mind, neither one of us knows what exactly that is, but we feel the pull. We know that that's the direction and where we need to be. So we just start looking at places in different cities because we're like, I don't know, I don't know where to look, but Lord, you lead the way, right? Okay. So we're going through this process and it's like still on the level of, I don't know, Lord. I don't know, like we're still in disbelief. So we haven't told nobody. We ain't told no parents. We ain't told the kids like that. But I will say that once I told my husband, it did feel a little bit more, I wouldn't say a little less stress. I guess it just felt a little easier to deal with because I wasn't holding on to it myself. I'll say that. But it's like I never doubted it because I knew what God said, right? So it's really just me. It's just my flesh being fleshly. You know what I mean? We're human people. So when we hear direction from God, we automatically go into overdrive. We think about all the things. Okay, but where am I live? What job I got? Or if you do have a job, do I got to quit my job? Like, this is a whole nother state move. We got children. Like, we go into these full-blown things, and God never told us to. I had to keep reminding myself over the course of the process that if God said it, He'll make the provision. If God said it, He'll make the provision. If God said it, He will make the provision. So here we are, right? And it's about, I think I told my husband January 12th or something. I have it written down because I realized I should probably document this. So I wrote it down somewhere in my journal and I probably like stamp it somewhere, with exact dates and times and stuff, right? So we start looking and we're like, oh my God, we love this place, we love this place. But everything that I did and every place that I looked, it was like, I need to make sure it's close to the church. There's a reason why we're here. And if, being at this particular church is why we're here, then we definitely need to be close enough to where we're not sitting in Atlanta traffic for 3 hours just to get to church. And we looking, we searching, right? Next thing you know, we stop looking. We just kind of freeze. And I think in my mind, I froze because I was like, well, I don't even know when, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to take place. I don't even know when. And so like, should I even be looking right now? Or is God just, preparing? I'm still fasting. And one day I'm journaling. And as I'm writing out my thoughts and the things that I read in scripture that day, I hear a date in my spirit. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, right? I'm like, no, what is this date? Right? I'm like, what is this date? So I'm going through, I'm like, no, that's not their birthday. No, that's not the anniversary. Like, I'm really going, because I'm like, what is this date? So then it dawned on me. I was like, you know what, Lord, if this date falls on a weekend, then I know that this is the date that you want us to make the transition. So I open my phone and I look. Tell me why it's a whole weekend. I said, period. So I wrote it out in my little journal and I was like, all right, God, cool. Keep in mind now, it's just way back in January. So I'm like, we got a certain amount of months. It's all good. At this point, I feel like it was at a standstill a little bit because I feel like I had time. I had the months. You know what I mean? So it was like, we cool. We don't want to move too fast because we ain't ready to move like tomorrow. So somebody decided to wake up from their nap, but it's all good. So, we was just like, okay, well, now we kind of have a date. We know what to strive for, but it's still kind of early. So it ain't really a need to feel like we have to rush. Stop, ma'am. Stop. So, okay, cool. In March, I think it was March, I told my parents. And when I told my parents, it became the realest thing in the world. And I think it's just because I finally told someone outside of my husband. So it's like, now it's real. Like we're literally walking in it now because we just started talking about it to other people. And I felt like we needed to do that because let the Lord know, like, we're walking in it. We're trusting the process. We're not scared, right? It's like, if you said it, we in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna do it. So I feel like that step helped to kind of solidify that we were standing on business with what the Lord said. So we tell my parents and they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. But that's just what parents do. What my mom does know about me is that when I hear God, I hear God. And as time went on, she started to see it more like, yeah, that's definitely a direction that the Lord is sending you. So once I got that off my chest, I was like, let's get into it, let's get into it, let's get into it. So then we fast forward. And for a couple of months, it's dry. Because again, we felt like we can't move too quickly on certain things because it's still kind of early. So in the meantime, in between time, we're just kind of going through the house. Like, what can I throw away right now? What can I get rid of today? So it wouldn't be so hectic when it was really time to move around. We get to, I'll say, July, maybe. But let me put a pin here. We were also prepping to send our oldest son to college. So a lot of time really went to that and trying to focus on that and like getting him situated and prepared to move into the dorms and stuff like that. So honestly, while the move stuff kind of slowed down a little bit, we were in full focus mode of getting him situated and prepared to go to school. And we moved him in August. Once we moved him in, it was really go time. Like, really go time. So I want to say the first week or so of August, I called my realtor and I'm like, Hey girl, listen, I need to sell the house fast. Less than a month. She's like, okay, let's see what we can do. So she came by, all the things, whatever, whatever. And the night before she came over, I had a dream. And the dream was she was in it and she was like, yeah, I know these people who are flippers and, real nice people, whatever she was saying in the dream. But the main thing I remembered was that she knew flippers, right? I woke up and I remembered it, but then as the day went on, I was like, whatever, because so many things was happening. I forgot about it, right? So she comes over, but we sit and she was like, yeah, cause dot, and dot, um, are looking for a new flip. And I'm like, wait, what? Because something like it hit me like it came back. You know what I'm saying? It came back to me and I was like, bruh, that's the wild work. So I let her finish talking and stuff. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them know, like, we don't mind the whole flip process because, that's cool, whatever, whatever, whatever. But just, let us know your thoughts. So she spoke to the people and they ended up coming out. They looked around. It was like, oh, this is cute. We could definitely, work with this. Boom, boom, boom. But when she left, I was like, husband, you're not gonna believe this. So I tell him, I was like, bro, why last night I had a dream about Katie mentioning someone um that was a flipper. But I didn't really remember it until she mentioned it when we was in the living room sitting down. So that's how I knew that was the direction we needed to go. Bro, God is so strategic. Like, he's so strategic, right? And so a couple days after that, we had an offer. And I'm like, bro, that's insane. Like, this is going so quickly. But the prayer was, Lord, order my steps. Lord, let this be a smooth process because I know what you said. I know what you said. I know what you said. So we got that going. Then we set a closing date. And I'm like, it's really happening. 2 weeks or so go by and boom, we at the closing table. I insert the pictures and some video footage that I caught during the process. And then, so there's some filler pieces that I'm going to add in here because I want to make sure I speak on specific dates because there's some other little pieces that I need to mention, like my husband's job situation and just how God put it all together. But I just wanted to encourage somebody that when you hear God, move on it. When you hear God, do what he says. You know what I mean? We don't know the answers to everything and it don't always feel good. It ain't always easy. But if he said it, something good is going to come out of it. Something good is going to come out of it. It may not seem like it right away, I promise you. But in the end, be obedient, right? Because obedience is better than sacrifice. But I'm about to head out because I got to go handle my little girl. Got to get her together. But until next time.